one of the most powerful things that we teach our clients is proper breathing technique. It's so powerful because it has a very big physical effect on our body. Forget about all the other side effects of proper breathing, like increased mental clarity, decreased stress. All those are great, but I just want to talk about the physical stuff because we can hang on to the physical stuff because we can see it, it's very clear. And then let's just have all the other benefits of breathing come afterwards as just a side effect of what we're doing. All right? So when we're breathing, we have muscles on the inside. Let's say the diaphragm. People are familiar with that word. It goes up and down right here. It pulls air in, it pushes air out. Okay? Now, like any other muscle in the body, it has a range of motion that it can go through. Sort of like the bicep. The bicep can go all the way down here and get all the way up over here. Now, let's say, for example, you go to the gym and you train your biceps. Normally, you would probably do a curl like this and go down and go like this to get that full range of motion, right? Now, what happens if we go to the gym and we just do a weight like this, right? Just from this small little range of motion, or we do a little weight like this, small little range of motion. Over time, you might start to appreciate that this muscle length is gonna start to shorten a little bit. It's not gonna feel as good trying to go all the way down because you've just been practicing in this small little range. Now, the diaphragm is another muscle, and the same phenomenon can happen. So if you're sitting at your desk and you do these very shallow breaths, like the majority of us do, because most of us is in this very stressful state of being, in which sometimes we don't even breathe. We're just at a desk, we're working, and next thing you know, we're like, oh wow, I didn't even breathe. And if we are, we're taking these very shallow breaths. So our diaphragm is pretty much doing this, but it has far more greater consequences. For example, the diaphragm, when it moves, contracts and relaxes, our rib cage is going to start moving. In the normal case scenario, when the diaphragm goes through its movements, it's going to bring the ribs up and expand it, and then it's going to compress the ribs too. Now, look at what's going on with the rest of my body. If my ribs are going and expanding, my chin falls back a little bit. When it compresses, my chin goes forward a little bit. My pelvis even starts to move a little bit. So we can start to understand that by not bringing the diaphragm through a full range of motion once in a while, that all these other muscles doesn't have a chance to fully lengthen and contract, which over time can build up a lot of tension in our area. And one of the biggest, one of the best starting points for breathing is learning how to exhale correctly.